DJ Culture Promoter Gideon Sound, you don't know, say you all at the thing now. I'm Mr. DJ Chocolate, you don't know people like Judah. I'm Mr. Igla, you don't know Kabaka, Pyramid Full Dawson, you know. Rebel Radio, kick off that one, yeah, in a wickedest style. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. This a Rebel Radio now, yeah. Rebel music, aye. Rebel radio music, don't you confuse it with that crap that the bugger them producing. This a rebel music, don't you confuse it. Rebel radio run the world, so watch you prove it, yo. Me used to bun the weed a lot, now me start to read a lot. Out loud about how the system want to keep us locked up in the prison mentally, them want defeat us. In the streets when my feet touch, cause the school them never teach us nothing but we African features. Now them off it on we in a clappies and divas, officers, preachers, doctors and lawyers are liars. Rebel radio from I was a fetus, Jesus to Negus, used to rock a Reebok. My locks a creep up, Babylon my bust up all your knee cup. Me grab the microphone and tell the pretty black woman them not for bleach up. No youth me tease bout, the knowledge when me read bout. Enough of them did vex when culture go leave out. Bun the creek out, I can make the youths a seek out. I have a dream and it's not bound to beach house. Hey, Rebel Radio is our name. The game it will never be the same. Rebel music I bring the change. So free to get the youth from these chains. Kabaka Pyramid, that is my name. The game it will never be the same. Rebel Radio I bring the change. So free to get the youth from the chains. I send the youths, them not got no way out. Rebel Radio plot the layout, got a lot to say out. I know nothing for your bus and shot and rail out. Chocolate I go chop your brains out. But me rather teach the people if each one side say equal rights, we take it to a equal height. Whether you Hebrew, Israelite, or Rastafarian, where I top the king, we take a seat up high. Just listen the lyrics where Judah provide. Take a seat, meditate, make sure you're breathing right. If life is about this, are you reading light? Rebel Radio run the streets tonight. I'ma tell them Kabaka Pyramid, that is my name. The game it will never be the same. Rebel Radio I bring the change. So free to get a youth from these chains. Kabaka Pyramid, that is my name. The game it will never be the same. Rebel Radio I bring the flames. So free to get a youth from the chains. Ay, no, yeah. Rebel Radio I lock it. Kabaka Pyramid, lyrics when me stock it. Aye, dirty Babylon, me say me I go chop it. Righteousness said the youths them a lock it. Aye, burning fire. Kabaka Pyramid representing for Rebel Radio.
Get up. Tell me who I gonna do it for you.
Alright, that's your climax.
Tell me who I gonna do it for you. Yeah. Get up. Tell me who I gonna do it for you.
Alright, that's your climax.
Tell me who I gonna do it for ya. Man, never seen no dinner till a past 9. Remember days when me only have me last time. No one tour, man, a tour, no me can't find. If I no money, you watch out, no waste me last time. No, I'm in the sky like every day. If you work, then you must get paid. Remember when it was just a dream. I got the guy that do the do for the team. Tell me who I can do it for you. Yeah. Tell me who I can do it for you. Nobody. Get a youth, no make them fool you. When them see you rise up, them try rule you. Yeah. But on time of the master. When we check it on your
if this life could I live again, I would I live a whole lot different. People hate you ahead of them worse if you start fly weekly and bring your friend. Yeah. You can't live for please no heart. I got alone can keep us strong. People don't need fit know your plan, use your ambition. Cause indeed,
Alright, that's your climax.
if this life could I live again, I would have live a whole lot different. People hate you ahead of them worse if you start fly weekly and bring your friend. Yeah. You can't live for please no one. Oh God alone can keep us strong. People don't need to know your plan. Use your ambition. Cause in these times, yeah. Hey, people don't care about people, so you better be wise. Walk. This world come back with evil, let my melodies cry. Whoa. I am fly to the heights and eagle with a positive vibes. Yeah. A positive vibes, yeah. Every man of it themselves, no one give no chance. If you never know the rules, I make you never ask. Oh, it is a burn the bridge and tell the youth to cross. Don't them break my mind, we pray to God to them not change the heart. And every night we drop the songs. We make fun of God, forgive me, cause more you give, and the more they want.
Alright, that's your climax.
I see what you do. Cold like a 4 degrees, I know what I mean. Fuck we still I go and up me and hold it in. What's the cause of happiness? Father God, we beg you, make me know my feet. Weed and music, I'm only type of dopamine. Me and I take me walk about it, don't reveal. We meet a lot of fear, but it post real. Father God, and you alone know my feel. You hear me, please. Stay away. Running and keep running. I shows me G, cold like a 4 degrees, I know what I mean. Fuck we still I go and up me and hold it in. What's the cause of happiness? Father God, we beg you, make me know my feet. Weed and music, I'm only type of dopamine. Me and I take me walk about it, don't reveal. We meet a lot of fear, but it post real. Father God, and you alone know my feel. You hear me, please. Stay away. Running and keep running. Whoa, running and keep running.
Kaboom! Time out!
I shows me G, cold like a 4 degrees, I know what I mean. Fuck we still I go and up me and hold it in. What's the cause of happiness? Father God, we beg you, make me know my feet. Weed and music, I'm only type of dopamine. Me and I take me walk about it, don't reveal. We meet a lot of fear, but it post real. Father God, and you alone know my feel. You hear me, please. Stay away. Running and keep running. Whoa, running and keep running. The fears on the street, I love it. My child already, I'm here up with nothing. Running and keep running.
Headlines to front page.
yeah, man, it's up enough.
That's my table. Tell your choppy.
On the front page, man, I look food for eat. Gunshot, pussy made in a street. Headline the front page, young girl go school to learn. Dreadlocks string without a reason, what a difference.
Headlines to front page.
Yeah, man, it's up enough.
That's my table. Tell your choppy.
On the front page, man, I look food for eat. Gunshot, pussy made in a street. Headline the front page, young girl go school to learn. Dreadlocks string without a reason, what a different season.
Now their hands are stained, trying to pass the blame, but it's more than a game. Still,
Headlines to front page.
Yeah, man, it's up enough.
That's my table. Tell your choppy.
Headline the front page, man I look food we eat. Gunshot, busty made in a street. Headline the front page, young girl go school to learn. Dreadlocks string without a reason, what a different season.
Now their hands are stained, trying to pass the blame. But it's more than a game. Still, didn't give it no matter the cost. So many lives were lost, thought all hope was lost. Still, keep capping, streets watching. Just because you see me smile, I'm not laughing. Now the community is out for blood. When the daughter is taking victims, outside tripping. Thinking about my homies today. When the ladies step outside, they lose their way. Wow. So many sex parties running wild, and then they wonder how the culture is spoiled.
Them not about that.
They can't just the news, and the news or carry news, forget views. While them leaders and can live and give it excuse. When them dirty system, I stop a next youth, a next youth, a next youth, next youth, then kill a next youth. I can promise don't give it nothing counterfeit. From the board, them chip like any boat with out of say. But we make the X and not the bell them out of free. When them people they do them, tell with them run out of kid.
Headlines the front page.
Yeah, man, it's up enough.
That's my table. Tell your choppy.
Headline the front page, man I look food we eat. Gunshot, busty made in a street. Headline the front page, young girl go school to learn. Dreadlocks string without a reason, what a different season.
Now their hands are stained, trying to pass the blame. But it's more than a game. Still, didn't give it no matter the cost. So many lives were lost, thought all hope was lost. Still, keep capping, streets watching. Just because you see me smile, I'm not laughing. Now the community is out for blood. When the daughter is taking victims, outside tripping. Thinking about my homies today. When the ladies step outside, they lose their way. Wow. So many sex parties running wild, and then they wonder how the culture is spoiled.
Them not about that.
They can't just the news, and the news or carry news, forget views. While them leaders and can live and give it excuse. When them dirty system, I stop a next youth, a next youth, a next youth, next youth, then kill a next youth. I can promise don't.
Living a phone, yo, love and then I put away any frown. What goes around comes forward around. I couldn't free, couldn't frolic with Bundy circus clown. Teaching man could never sit and rust a man down. Bored and tell them that them champions don't go out. Them fighting, see go down. Good, yo, Rastafari, black sheep in a phone, yo, love and then I put away any frown. What goes around comes forward around. I couldn't free, couldn't frolic with Bundy circus clown. Teaching man could never sit and rust a man down. Taught them with words, fire and sound. On the wicked heart with their God that's brimstone. If you say you love must always be at your home. Or else you must be an alien from not around. The bloody man is very deceitful to his sound. Not the Red Sea, Pharaoh and him squaddy them down. Pharaoh watching pretty city going down. Oh
Who run this sound? Hey, Hasnala. That's not bleeding get to you, cause, well, they're not mode. And tell them that them children stand round. Them fucking God, yo, Rastafari, black sheep in a fold. Yo, love and then not put away any frown. What goes around comes forward around. I couldn't free, couldn't frolic with on this circus clown. Teach him I could never sit and Rasta man down. Chant them with words for year and sound. And the wicked that with them God that's brimstone. If you say you love must always be at your home. Or else you must be an alien from not around. The bloody man is very deceitful to his sound. In the Red Sea, Pharaoh and his body them down. Pharaoh watching pretty city going down. Who run this sound? Hey, Hasnala. That's not bleeding get to you, cause, well, then Hasnala, girl, if you love and love is your reward, then again, black people love is stop shedding no blood. Living a unity, yet come with a blessed love. From whence I came, so from there I was. And I live to be get to use them out of the mud. They put it clean, you know what, not a scrub. Woman down the street, she a fire on the job. Oh, yo, tell me who that you the wrong. That's why you're so malicious, you dead and you dead rot. Babylon so slippery like the soap on the sand. Babylon city full of wire in mouth, yo. To bless the warrior because them a feed out. Babylon the big event in them like water.
I don't want to wait in From the very first time I placed my eyes on you, girl, my heart says follow through. But I know now that I'm waiting on your
Love is coming. You better be prepared. Love is coming. You better be prepared. You found love is like a brand new toy. It fills you up. You want to birth with joy. When you're in love, it's a wonderful thing. Your mind at rest, you want to try your best. Prepare a place in your heart. That's where it all starts. A place in your heart. You love your resort. You found your heart and let this feelings in. To ride these emotions.
Looks like the sun, it doesn't shine for me. I read these things in prophecy. Looks like the sun, it doesn't shine for me. Still I'm a living, trying to be free. Looks like the sun, it doesn't shine for me. Still I'm a living, trying to be free. What freedom is I must I know. No matter how they fuss and go on, because I read these things in prophecy. When the rain stops falling down and they've got no water, they're gonna bow down to the ground, wishing that they were under. When the stars start falling down and fires burning red hot, there will be weeping and a gnashing of teeth. Yes, everyone will be mourning.
You're still taking what's not yours. Greedy though you got more. Switching on me now, snitching on me now. Picking up dirty attitudes. What's your future then? I'm not sure. Now you lurk on every corner, trying to make $1 from them quarters. Thought you were my friend, even helping and proved to be my enemy. I can't even trust anyone. I've got to take myself away from all these things that's hurting me. I've got to make my life so free. Seems you don't want nothing good for real. I've got to take myself away from all these things that's hurting me. I've got to make my life so free. Seems you don't want nothing good for real. Waste no time on you, not behaving yourself up in a crime on you. Now there's a fine in you. Now tell me what you can do. Willing to help and not to want you to see. Stupid things you do, I just can't believe. Seems you don't know what you really need. Take you, remember life carries its own speed. I was scared to motivate you. Seems you don't appreciate it. But this is just generate you to do the bad things you do, but really hide it. I've got to take myself away from all these things that's hurting me. I've got to make my life so free. Seems you don't want nothing good for real. I've got to take myself away from all these things that's hurting me. I've got to make my life so free. Yes, you don't want yourself good for real.
Check. Very. Rebel music. We're live. It's a vibe. Each and every Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m. You can check out Rebel Music, you know what I mean?
And it's on rootsreggae.radio.live. Big up everybody on the outside. Big up everybody on the inside. Squidly, I've just learned that I'm much quieter than you are. Go figure. So this is... we're getting very close to the 25th anniversary of this show. It's actually in a couple of weeks. So that kind of makes me feel old, but it makes the show kind of legit. And in the new generation of legitimacy, one of the biggest, definitely one of the baddest sounds in Canada, Climax, joining me today here for the first time. So glad to have you back in the area, Specialist and Squidly.
Give thanks.
It didn't feel right without you last week. And, you know, it's summertime in Toronto. There's so much stuff going on. And this weekend, it's all about Jerkfest. That's the big party. Big
That's
ups
right.
to my friend Sophia, who just walked into the building. And, yes, this weekend, it's all about Jerkfest. I have to say, Jerkfest is music, culture, food, family, everything all rolled into one, and it's like a big outdoor park party, and you can sit on a hill and watch good music. And this year, like every other year, has some wicked headliners and some good Canadian acts, great Canadian acts actually. But the headliners this year, because we always interview the headliners, or one or two or sometimes three we have had once or twice. That's headliners right. From Jerkfest. This year, Luciano, Sham, and Destra are the headliners, and we will be talking to Luciano live from the Jerkfest boat cruise, which is tonight. About 10 years ago, in the 23-year Jerkfest history, they added a boat cruise on Thursday. Fridays R&B night. Johnny Gill's going to be in the building. He's the headliner. And Saturday and Sunday, reggae and soca days. And oh my goodness, the food is so good.
A little taste of the tropics, eh?
It's such a taste of the tropics. And every year they have amazing chefs representing from all over the diaspora. Like, I've had some of the best vegetarian jerk. jerk fish, jerk shellfish, jerk, all the regular jerks, but alligator. Every year they have a couple of sort of random, hey, you should try this sort of things.
That gone too far, still the alligator thing.
Well, I was not privy to the jerked alligator last year, but I heard that it was actually really good. I was told by one of my friends who was trying to decide if alligator counted as fish, and because he was a pescatarian. Sophia is shaking her head. No, it does not count as fish. No. Reptiles are not fish.
Exactly.
Anyway, the person who shall remain unknown tried the jerked alligator and said that it was actually better than the jerked snapper and the jerked shrimp.
Okay.
So actually, he didn't try the jerked shrimp. That was decidedly not Ital. Alligator is somehow okay though. Anyway, aside from jerked alligator though, it's a good vibes, and Toronto is a good vibes at this time of year. Caravana was last weekend. And I have to say, Caravana was a delightful thing this year. I learned, do you know you have to pay to go to the parade?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had to pay to go to the parade.
If you want to cross the barriers.
If you want to cross the barriers.
Yeah, you can stand on the outside and watch it.
Well, you can also bust through holes in the fence.
That's right.
I actually heard that there was some fence beating going on, like Quenchade styles.
Yeah, I sent some of my unruly friends down there,
And I heard that, contrary to prior years, there was actually reggae coming out of quite a lot of the floats. I had been told that they had banned reggae, but I think they've unbanned it, which is the thing that gave me the greatest hope after hearing about the parade. Sophia, didn't you go down to the parade?
You cannot ban.
Did you hear reggae? Nice.
Yeah, lots
we
of
are
it.
Back.
You cannot ban reggae music. It's taking over the world. Yeah.
Oh, there was a reggae float wicked. Well, that's how it should be, because to be honest, I miss playing on the floats. It was one of the most fun sunburns I got every year for at least 15 years straight.
Yeah.
It was like all the Caribbean people and the red girl. But having said that, there are wonderful things coming up in the city of Toronto for the next few weeks. So we are going to be talking to all kinds of people about all the things that they're doing. Rasta Fest is coming up next weekend. Shinehead is going to be in the place next weekend. And when I say in the place, I mean Toronto and in Roots Reggae Radio.
That's right.
Which, to me, is a very exciting thing.
He hasn't been here in a very long time. I think it was 2002.
Do you know what?
Or even before that.
It was before. It was in the year 2000. He and I were talking about it because he fully hijacked the show when we were in the basement of KLN. So the promoter, and it was a jungle thing he was doing. It wasn't even a reggae thing that he was doing. The promoter brought him by the show. And he literally took over. I handed him a mic, I sat him down in front of a microphone like we are. And then he stood up and he just, reeled off lyric after lyric. Yeah. And I was like, hey, I have to do listings. He was like, I'll sing your listings. And
I could see that. He's full of energy and vibes.
He rhymed the listings. Yeah. It was awesome. And he's coming next week here on Thursday with his awesome partner in crime, DJ Butterfly. From California. They have a weekly radio show there too, and of course the Kingston Hi-Fi sound system, which makes Shinehead a true pioneer because he's doing all of the things that everybody's ever done, as well as having advanced in the digital age. He's got a recording lathe and making vinyl. He's got a sound system and doing the radio thing and the live dance thing, and of course he's a recording artist, and not just in one genre but two genres, and he's intelligent and likes to give opinions.
What I like about Kingston Hi-Fi is they just play 45 vinyls. Yep. He's not into the technology thing. He's keeping it grassroots.
I am going to bring vinyl next week so that I can play with them. I'm hoping that maybe Specialist or you, Squidly, could be convinced to bring some vinyl.
That's a lot of work. Those things are heavy, man.
Well, you don't have to. I got us covered. I have a lot of vinyl. But if you felt like it. And you know what I think we should do? Maybe when the summer's over and there isn't 20 million parties every weekend, is actually do an all acetates dub showcase. A couple of sounds who still have acetates. I know you do.
I do.
I know you do. And
those things again are heavy.
Oh, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? I'm slim and trim. You know what I mean?
I was just about
those
to say,
boxes are heavy now. You know?
See the big muscles.
Charlie.
Yeah. I used to have a shopping cart.
Yeah.
I still have a shopping cart. I'll try it out this year. So I don't want to jump around too much in topic, but that is part of what we do here. Squidly, I have seen Climax's name on a flyer for the first time in a goodly while. For
A year.
what
We're not
looks-
afraid to say it. 1 year.
Well, it's
You know.
it's a very, very, very interesting matchup that's going on. Want to tell the people about it?
Well, October the 14th, it'll be Climax, Rebel Tone, and King Shine.
And this is a clash,
It's
not
a
a
clash.
hardcore juggling. It's
Yes.
an actual sound clash. And Rebel Tone and King Shine, for people who don't know Sound Clash too tough, are very, very, very
They're
funny,
talented and entertaining, yes.
people. Like, this is going to be one of those sound clashes where I think people are laughing. And you, my friend, are very funny, but I do not actually see the funny side of you when you're killing people. So I
Yeah.
want to see what you do with
know,
those people.
I've taken a step back after World Clash, and I'm gonna just be myself and just have joke and just run joke and just enjoy the music now. Before it was a competition. I reach a stage in life where it's like I just want to have fun.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when the Clash forward in October, just come out and support. Canada people love Clash business, but we're not ready to talk about that yet. You know what I mean? We still have like 2 months
Okay.
preparation, and I know that we want to build a nice little vibes and people come out, but we're not ready for that yet, man. We just start about this is the second week. We're back live on here, and we just get back into things. And you know, when wartime start, then we'll just get grimy and deal with the thing. You know what I mean?
Well, that makes sense. I
Yeah,
like to
yeah,
brag about your achievements because
I love my sound too. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean?
And speaking of sounds, both Climax and DJ Chocolate are very busy, but we'll get to telling you about the juggling dates
Yeah.
in a little while. We're a specialist. I think we're going to
Specialist.
run some music and find Luciano.
You know.
Luciano, by the way, it's an interesting programming thing at Jerk Festival this year because I think it works if you are considering the order of appearance of the artists in terms of beats per minute. Because Luciano is on first of the headliners,
Right.
and then Sham, and then Destra.
Yeah.
I am predicting that they should have put Sham before Lucci in terms of crowd response and energy, but I could be wrong. There could be a whole bunch of young people there who want to hear dancehall.
I like to see they mix up the what would they call young foot with the old foot them.
Well, they're definitely doing that. They're definitely doing
because
that
I think
Canadian
Lucian is a good opener. I went to a show once with Marcia Griffiths, Pinchers, Freddie McGregor, Sanchez, and Shabba, and they let Sanchez close the show. And to me,
They should have let Shabba.
they should have let Shabba or maybe Freddie McGregor, close the show. Because I noticed after a while, Sanchez, he sounds the same. He doesn't have any tones in his voice.
Reggae Festival any of the years? So there was a year where they put Freddie on before the dancehall guy, and it was totally wrong because while the music may have been slower and he may have been more of the old foot people, he just pulled out such a vibe of crowd response. And that's the
Yes.
thing with Sanchez. Everybody loves Sanchez's songs.
Right.
Everybody wants to sip on some Hennessy and
Don't get me wrong. Sanchez is a wicked singer. Don't get me wrong. But I think his catalog, there are a lot of lovey-dovey rub-a-dub music where Shabba has more catalog, is more versatility in the songs. So you have everybody who would want to gravitate to the different types.
Maybe the music programmer was just in love. And
Maybe.
And the show dancing with their partner in the dark corner somewhere.
But then Freddie should have just closed the show then because in his catalog there's so much versatility. Yes, see the word there.
So Freddie made his return to the reggae stage about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And he made it in 3 places very quickly after not performing
Right.
for a goodly long time for his medical leave. And it was interesting because he performed in Japan, on
first,
weekend
yes.
A,
Yeah.
and then in England on the Wednesday,
Right.
and then in Jamaica on weekend B.
Right.
And he did 3 completely different kinds of show. And by the time he hit the Jamaica show, which is by far, I think, the biggest and the most
Yeah,
broadcast show.
Sunfest still. Yeah.
Sunfest, exactly. I think he was tired.
Yeah.
And he performed sitting down. And, you know, we're sitting here in the studio sitting down. But the first thing that I was taught when I started to do radio is that you should be standing.
You should.
If you're on the microphone, because you project better.
Yes.
But anyway, I guess now you can watch us on the YouTube channel and see that we're sitting. But I don't think if you're doing radio, it matters. I think if you're singing, though, it matters. And I think that
You get more oxygen and more everything, you know, and you feel the music when you're standing up.
For real.
When you sit down, it's just like, oh, okay, I'm just singing something. But when you stand up and the rhythm hits you and, you know, you start feeling a vibe and an energy, you know, your foot them start move, and it's a total different vibe when you stand up.
And it, as it should be, just from the straight sort of physics of having your lungs filled with air.
Exactly.
But the meaningful thing to me, and I'm going to be soppy and sentimental, is it was so good to see Freddie not just take the stage again, but take the stage with his children. Take the stage and put the rumors to rest of the ending of his career, which was, I think, the point of that crazy burst of shows. To tell the world that the 9-country tour he had booked with Live Nation before his stroke is actually going to happen. Right?
I'd like to see that still, you know.
Oh, he so deserves that.
You can't call down the legend them.
No. And,
you know?
And we add our thoughts and prayers to his family and hope that his recovery continues on the amazing pace that it's obviously been going on. Nobody thought he was going to be up and at 'em quite so quickly. So whether or not it was too early, too late, I am not going to opine on that. I'm just happy to see him smiling.
Well,
and singing, trying to sing.
Same thing with Lieutenant Stitchie. At Sunfest, he had a stroke, you know, while he was performing. And you have to tip your hat to those men. He slowed down and you could see something was wrong, but he didn't stop performing. Those are real entertainers, you know what I mean? So salute, you know?
Yeah. We were talking to Lucci yesterday in his hotel room, and he was talking about how, and if you've ever seen Luciano live, i.e. if you want to come to Jerkfest on Saturday and Sunday,
that's right.
Luciano is like Toots' original monkey man. he climbs on everything, he dances, he jumps, he grooves. Luciano performed with a hernia for weeks on end, and he was talking about how he tucked his hernia in. I don't know about you guys out there who've had hernias, that you're probably wincing. I'm sorry about it, but you can actually tuck in the part of your lower region that bulges out and be okay. Sophia's looking at me like, since when did you become a doctor? I'm like an armchair doctor. Anyway, but yeah, he would tuck it in and he'd go on stage and he'd be okay for about an hour, and then it would start to hurt and he couldn't climb on things anymore.
Right.
Which
but
is nuts.
Just to show you
determination.
Exactly. And entertainment. That's the key. Entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these young artists, they don't have that
they
key
smoke a spliff or
asset. Yeah, you know what I mean?
With their pants around their knees, and they're like,
these guys bust in an era what will never come back.
Yeah.
You know, 90s, they talk about 90s dancehall, they'll never come back. And these are the artists them that bust in that time. So they know you have to have stage performance. You have to be able to DJ on any rhythm. You know, you have to just put your all in your work, because it is your craft. It is your day-to-day living.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, man. Yep. I tip my hat to Stitchie and Freddie and the whole of them where I got through things. Yep. You know, the artists and they still striving. You know?
And I tip my hat to the music because it sustains us.
Exactly.
Right. There are days when I've been having the worst day ever, and I go and play at a party or whatever, and suddenly life is great. And it's not alcohol, it's not ganja. It's just the music and being in tune with people's energies and
music is the healing of the nation. Remember that.
Yep. So speaking of music, you want to heal my nation there, specialists? I'm so excited to have you guys back and to hear you juggle.
It's good to be back, man. It was about a year and something. We've been off the air.
It's too long.
Can't stop the vibe now.
No. And Climax is not just a bad clash sound. They're
That's
bad
right.
juggling sound. And Specialists is like one of those awesome people that can mix opera with the alphabet and it somehow sounds good.
Sorry.
I just said you could mix opera with the alphabet and make it sound good, but don't do that. I want to hear like the before Luciano interview music. But if you want to mix the opera and the alphabet to prove to me that you can do it, at this point, I'm just going to sit here and be like, yay! Climax is in the building.
Them bad still. Yeah. So anytime you're ready, my brethren.
I have some opera if you need it.
Oh, I lift up my hands to climax, cause he made me strong. Climax, you put food on my table. Yes, and in my heart a song. Climax, I love you so. Climax, I need you so. Sing along, hallelujah. Praise his name, hallelujah. The highest praise, hallelujah. Shout his name, hallelujah. Cause I'm a singing and I'm chanting in the spirit. A song boy hear it and Jack know him not love it. But let him know that I am climax prophet. And I won't stop playing this sound around. Sing along, hallelujah. Praise his name, hallelujah. Shout his name, hallelujah. The highest praise, hallelujah. There are lots of sounds in life, some that you may not like. You could be living this minute, the next minute you're gone away. Hold up your head now, climax. Be conscious now, climax. And by the works you shall surely be paid. I never try this thing, man, with the under. Climax is got the title.
Never let them worry you at all. Boy, you can only be yourself, my friend, that's all. I'm sure they have said things many times before, and still them can't fathom it, and that's for sure. The way Rasta go, that's for them to know. We too pure, make them know so love is always here. No matter how we dress, how we rather here, we not care. Here love is not until we all unite to see no peace. As far as the way to somebody, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But it's not Parkhead and winner. Never let them worry you at all. Boy, you can only be yourself, my friend, that's all. I'm sure they have said things many times before, and still them can't fathom it, and that's for sure. The way Rasta go, that's for them to know. We too pure, make them know so love is always here. No matter how we dress, how we rather here, we not care. Here love is always here. No matter how we dress, how we rather here, we not care. Oh, you like anyone else to face the rather stress. We never got to know how you some bless to this strain and stress. What a survival, you're me branching them neck. Now you're judging book. I've got to tell you that you're wrong on the way that look. Can't you tell me who I am, but love is always. No matter how we dress, we don't care.
Don't ever forget where you're coming from, sound boy. Don't ever forget, Climax sound is the real deal sound. Your ego flies high to the sky. Remember what goes around comes around. Climax sound is the real deal sound. So sound boy, just remember, you should never burn your bridges behind you. Cause you never know what life has in store.
Tonight, see now, it's the why some jump and sound been trying to test Climax sound. DB sound, said them come from all over town. Don't know much about Climax sound, but you're trying to test us tonight for jump and sound. You surely gonna lose the sound.
You've been killing sound boys for as long as I can remember. Climax the real deal till the end.
Oh, yeah.
Climax is my friend, a friend for all eternity. Climax, the Just kill another sound boy for me. Kill it down. Sound boy, your road will be rough and rocky. No bother beg mercy. Climax strong with them flexing, true with your mercy. Always be my father, my friend, my God, my God. That's right. Forever you will be. I will sing by your side. My father, my friend, my God, my God. Oh yes, my love for your sound I'll never hide.
Say glory be to the Most High God. Hallowed be thy sound. King of kings, up to dancehall, climax on rules and reign. I'll ascribe to you dominion, power and grace. Through all the years and years to come, climax around the place. It's me again, Jah, as I lead to climax on a play. Bless that time, pray. Let climax and lead the way. Bless them again.
Alright, there's another Toronto there, you know. Watch this.
Oh, yeah.
Champion sound, yeah. You've been killing sound boys for as long as I can remember. Climax the real deal till the end.
Oh, yeah.
Climax is my friend, a friend for all eternity. Just kill another sound boy for me.
Kill it down.
Sound boy, your road will be rough and rocky. No bother beg mercy. Climax strong with them flexing, true with your mercy. Always be my father, my friend, my God, my God. That's right. Forever you will be. I will sing by your side. My father, my friend, my God, my God. Oh yes, my love for your sound I'll never hide.
Say glory be to the Most High God. Hallowed be thy sound. King of kings, up to dancehall, climax on rules and reign. I'll ascribe to you dominion, power and grace. Through all the years and years to come, climax around the place. It's me again, Jah. As I lead the climax
the whole out in Jamaica, Canada, Caribbean, Ethiopia. Tell the people them what that they talk about. Babylon were a wicked. And the climax the real deal. Climax, let's set me free, I'm gone. Hey, Africa, I want to be, I'm alone, yeah. Hey, yeah, you know, you must say the whole out in Jamaica, Canada, Caribbean, Ethiopians. Tell the people them that we are talking about. Babylon, you're a wicked. And the climax, the real deal. Climax, let's set me free, I'm gone. Hey, Africa, I want to be, I'm alone, yeah. Hey, and I will be your friend from your birth. Oh, hey. And lovingly we strive with the joy of the earth. Climax, there's no pain in your love that you found. There's no pain in your love that you found. In the studio. Oh yeah. Always remember, be strong in this time. Eden rage, climax, sound it a climb. Never get you down, keep your mind, yo. Pollute the Sabbath, pollute mankind. Always remember, be strong in this time. Eden rage when the righteous climb. Never let them get you down. I climax, a real deal, climax song. Everyone should have known that their heart must be clean. I love it when I'm not too righteous. Teach you get your youth, them have self-esteem. Out of the get
uncultured youths, them stepping up. Rastafari, I tell the youth, them is supreme. Fear a heart, him heart and moving tough. Maintaining their evilous regime. Nobody join them because them corrupt. Always remember, be strong in this time. Need encourage when the righteous climb. Never let they get you down. Keep your mind, yo. Pollute the Sabbath to pollute mankind. Remember, be strong in this time. Need encourage when the righteous climb. Never let they get you down. Keep your mind, yo. I find up so real.
But they're starving. Have a lot and still wanting. Jah, without you we're empty. Fill us up with your mercy. The belly full but they're starving. Have a lot and still wanting. Jah, without you we're empty. Fill us up with your mercy. Man shall not live by bread alone. And I know, but by the words that proceeded from Jah. Man shall not live by bread alone. And I know, but by the words that proceeded from Jah. The belly full but they're starving. Have a lot and still wanting. Jah, don't you we're empty. Fill us up with your mercy. Getting forth is right time. Oh, it's like a family reunion. Zion in a visa. Jah was there amidst everyone. Stretching forth is right time. Oh, it's like a family reunion. Whoa, I see. And I saw. Whoa, yeah. I saw Zion in a visa. Jah was there amidst everyone. Stretching forth is right time. Oh, it's like a family reunion. Zion in a visa. Jah was there amidst everyone. Stretching forth is right time. Oh, it's like a family reunion. Everything seems so real upon the snapshot. I could feel His love filled me up. Oh Lord, I didn't want to wake up. I saw Zion in a vision. Jah was there amidst everyone. Stretching forth His right hand. Oh, it's like a family reunion. We were all singing the same song, giving praises to the Almighty One. All I could hear was happiness, surrounded by passion. Zion.
I miss those days. Remember the songs used to make you rock away. Those were the days when love used to reign. Those days, remember the songs used to make you rock away. Those were the days when love used to reign. We danced all night to the songs they played. We can come again, do it just the same. Now I feel it in my heart. In such a golden time at the parties. Now there's hardly any safe place left to go. Someone's bound to come and try to spoil the show. Oh, oh, oh. Remember the song that used to make you rock away. Those were the days when love used to reign. We danced those nights to the songs they play. We can come again. We do it just the same. this world were mine, at your feet would I place all that I'd give it all to you. If this world, yeah. If this world were mine, at your feet would I place all that I'd give it all to you. If this world were mine, at your feet would I place all that I'd give it all to you. If this world were only mine, if this world were only mine, baby, I'm a combination, inspiration, collaboration, yeah, we are together. If this world, be mine,
It's a beautiful day. Smile with the world. Put your problems away. Welcome to love. Doesn't matter what they say. First, no violence, no one getting hurt. I can't blame you for being yourself. Things don't work out right. All you do is keep the goals inside. No one is perfect. Everyone is searching to master the realms of life. All you do is keep the love inside. I think about you every day. I think about you every time. I never want you stray. Wanna keep you fine. Love is everywhere. Love is even now. Is the creator. Get on to love and greatness. My desires to get tired. I'm inspired by the monster. Yeah. My desires to get tired. I'm inspired by the monster. Rastafari. Beautiful world. Beautiful people. Praise Rastafari. And the study no evil. Solomon Sacred, Rastafari is the creator. Get unto you the greatness. My desires to get tired, I'm inspired by the monster. Yeah. My desires to get tired, I'm inspired by the monster. Rastafari, beautiful world, beautiful people. Praise Rastafari and the study no evil. Beautiful world, beautiful black people. Praise Rastafari, give your fruits for the 4 seasons. That's why you better keep sharing, and you better keep giving, and you better keep caring. That is how you keep living, and you better be strong. So then you keep going on. Hey, the conquering like a man. Sweet up in only month, Zion. Me tell you, it's a beautiful world, beautiful people. Praise Rastafari and the study no evil. Solomon Sacred, Rastafari is the creator. Get unto you the greatness. My desires to get tired, I'm inspired by the monster. Yeah. My desires to get tired, I'm inspired by the monster. Rastafari, beautiful world, beautiful people. Praise Rastafari and the study no evil. Beautiful world, beautiful black people. Praise Rastafari, give your fruits for the 4 seasons. That's why you better keep sharing, a beautiful world, beautiful people. Rose of Samurai and the stony evil. Beautiful world, beautiful black people. Love you one another, I tell you, I will be so pleased.
Life is unpredictable, even though we are do our best, go through the worst. I mean, yes, I to myself, me not deserve this. As long as it not stop your breath, stronger you get. Just a part of the journey. Them think me woulda lose because the baptism I choose. Pity them no know, so Rastafari never left the youth. King of kings, the Lord of lords, of course the great man know the truth. And I'm here the strongest soldier with them up for bust. Life is unpredictable, even though we are do our best, go through the worst. I mean, yes, I to myself, me not deserve this. As long as it not stop your breath, stronger you get. Just a part of the journey. Them think me woulda lose because the baptism I choose. Pity them no know, so Rastafari never left the youth. King of kings, the Lord of lords, of course the great man know the truth. And I'm here the strongest soldier with them up for go salute. Every trap them set to move, the mission up to execute. God just send me on a mission, so them want me dead for true. But mine is on the loose, tell Tom I still a cruise. Them couldn't stop the G and every letter know by you. Mama me no want be no gangster, but me enemies are for me. Through my prayers, them answer. The devil no one win. Our soul them want conquer. I try stop we happiness. Do me no want be no youngster. But you think figured me head. Some of us them a confusion. I just want the devil tools and find the solution. Overcome the voodoos and spiritual warfare. Different from illusion. Oh me enemy them ready for the retribution. I fight for the star, tell them in the on the moon and can't trick me with wishing. But don't know we lose done. Enemy you be, wolf in the shape of you.
But I had a road or prison. It's important to be self-driven. Things may be difficult, but every man face them struggles. Jailer, when you frost more while and you can't go up. Remand again when you got caught. Don't lose faith, stay walk. Please don't lose hope on a single madam. Know the pain when you feel. Tears in your eyes, night times when you kneel. These are times when you know like you're free. No, when you have money and you feel like steal. You see only youth when me see your white car glass. Where the man splash up and drive past. Government still a move like them I cast. Sweet and feel like Christ cross. Just be strong, yeah. Be strong. Keep strong, boy, keep strong, yeah. This journey may be long, walk. Keep on trying, trot along. Just be strong, yeah. Be strong, keep strong, keep strong. On earth is where we belong, yo. Victory is sweet, trot along. Oh, when you're weak, feel the value. People are true on your name like your show. Everybody lifetime sunny and rattle. Just keep on work to your dreams. God got you. If songs not work, then try match you. Don't fret, visibly, and remove these shackles. Can't do big fist, they pain at the chapel. Prayers alone can remove these battles.
Sunrise in the morning, and once the sunrise, I know I must survive. Hold on to your knowledge, believe in what you're doing, and learn as the day goes by.
Them don't know a climax.
Cause even when the sun sets up and things don't go the way you want, look to Jaja, Justin John, move
Them don't know a
along.
climax sound on the El Gringo representing Chop.
Time out! Now off the road.
Yes, indeed.
And vice I
Yes,
that vice I don't
indeed.
represent Climax song. You're specialist.
Sunrise in the morning, and once the sunrise, I know I must survive. Hold on to your knowledge, believe in what you're doing, and learn as the day goes by. Cause even when the sun sets up and things don't go the way you want, look to Jah. Justin John, move along, cause even when the road gets rough and you step into sinking sand, look to Jah, remain unchanged and hold it off. I'm gifted, stronger, smarter, and wiser. Gifted, I am like a black panther.
Fight them. I'ma fight for my life. I'ma fight to survive. I'ma fight in a fight left. Survive through the fight. I feel have life I'ma fight. I'ma fight till it's pointless. Then go realize I'm in a fight yet, cause me still have fight left inside. When people are fight against you, evil arise against you. Make your talk, your decision is fine. Me have a choice, but me not choose yet. Fight, but never prove in times when me get too vexed. Me never hype, now watch it jewelry. No sell out for chain and still not too rich. Me made step on a height as some me soaring. In a days me go vibes when time me boring. Me no do this fi go viral, me no post things. No all over fight me but me still show love. Through pain and pressure. Be a bad weather wall it out when the days them tough. All of my friends done for in the darkest time, me still a show love. All when I'm not showing none. If you're not trouble me, me not trouble you. God alone know. Rougher than where you could find one at the time. Although my body can't boots me. I God alone save me from the music. Real life look away and I no movie. Look how much gap where I grew up. Where could I set up my life but me no foolish. Me have a driver me no cruise with. Cause me have a life but me no lose yet. Me have a choice but me no choose yet. Fight but never prove in times when me get too vexed. Me never hype, now watch it jewelry. No sell out for chain and still not too rich. Me made step on a height as some me soaring. In a days me go vibes when time me boring. Me no do this, we go viral, me no post things. No all over fight, me but still show love. Show pain and pressure. Be a bad weather, while it out when the days them tough. All of my friends done for in the darkest night, me still a show love.
Rebel Music. And I Skunderman. I'm a favorite female co-host.
Yay.
Chocolate, you know.
The mic works. Awesome. Thanks for the compliments, Squids.
Yeah.
Thanks for the great music there, Specialist. Climax
Yes,
in the
on fire.
area. Yes, indeed. You were getting forwards from the internet. Forwards from the people in the backyard in the kitchen. Roots Reggae Radio has a beautiful backyard, and there's something about good music outside that is just a great and wonderful thing. And I want to hear you guys outside more.
Summer soon wind down, yeah.
Summer is soon winding down, but August in Toronto is a great, great, great time of year. There's so much good music, as well as Jerkfest that we're going to talk to Lucci about coming up this weekend in Centennial Park. Next weekend is going to be just a little bit off the chain. There was already the previously scheduled activity of Rastafest, which is a wonderful annual occurrence. Masani from Rastafest was here last week. I'm sure somebody from Rastafest will be here next week. But that Rastafest is happening this year in Little Jamaica. And there's all kinds of people on it. Great, 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 great artists. Lots of great women artists. Big up my girl El Trema and Donna Makita and Empress Divine and Jade Faith. And it's just cool that it's happening in Little Jamaica. It's the best idea, I think, possible for the revitalization of Eglinton Avenue West.
Comes alive.
Yo, that construction is it's like the never-ending story, man. It's insane.
10-year project.
something. I mean, obviously, it would be great for the city to have transportation and an additional good-sized train line, but at the same time, that train line has come at the expense of lots and lots of small businesses. So I'm so glad that Rustfest is happening up on Eglinton West in Little Jamaica, and they're having the boat cruise as well. Spanky from Sturgaff is playing the music. It's the 30th anniversary of the boat cruise, so the Pond de Lake party.
King's Telegraph. Bad sound from them time.
And Spanky's such a good selector.
Yeah.
Even now, I went to a Rasta party, big up Omari Steppers on the outside, that had Spanky and Lindo playing back and forth for like a huge chunk of the party.
I could see that. I could see that.
It was so good. It was like rockers bubbling for hours. Yes, that was a great party. Anyway, so yeah, big up Spanky, big up Masani, of course, and all of the Rastafest crew. Rastafest.ca. Rastafest is everywhere, like Instagram. They have like 8 million Facebook accounts, so just look for it. The information is there. And then out of nowhere, pop this night with one of my absolute favorite vocalists of all time, the one and only Shinehead. And so he is touching down from California, and there's a whole heap of good DJs on it.
I'm looking forward to that show.
Yes.
Like that show, Canada's been waiting, man, for Shine to enter the dancehall scene again. You know, it's been way too long, 20 odd years.
Exactly. And it's a good mix of people performing on it with Shinehead as well. So Cairo McLean is on it, Mally Bless, Jeffrey Judah, and Gregory Culture, which is like a great assembly of vocalists. And Tanya P is the host. She was an amazing host at Mally Bless's party. She should be performing on it. No disrespect to the men, but she's but you know what?
She's put in the work from in the 90s. You know what I mean?
Tanya P is legendary.
Yeah,
legendary, and such a good singer. But there's also a wicked DJ lineup as well. Go figure. Because Shinehead himself is an excellent selector. But Desert Storm and Soul Survival and Ricky Turbo and Military and Mooston and Magnum Force and what does that say? Kevlar Stamp.
Kevlar.
Yeah.
I must say I got to big up King Shine. You know.
Right. It's his party, isn't it? And it's happening at 40 Barbados Boulevard. Do you know where that is? It's in the east somewhere. It's got to be.
Yeah, no.
But there's tickets at Class 1, Two Line Music Hut, big up the one Musclehead. And for more information, you can contact 416-846-7996.
King Sharp, big up yourself.
Yep.
Promotion, Mud.
Super cool.
I like Cairo on that lineup too, you know what I mean? Young youths have to strive as well, you know?
And Cairo just has such a good vibe. And his music's getting better and better and better, which I mean, you kind of would expect with somebody who starts young, but at the same time watching the progress, and like it's positive
At
progress.
his age, when I was his age, I don't even think I had that type of energy, you know what I mean? He's just full of energy, man. Like,
and it's really
uncontainable.
good. Like you were talking about Old Foot versus young people. Cairo somehow manages to be both. It's like he'll come on stage in a fedora hat with his like shiny teenager face, and you know, it's like he's like an old man in a young man's body, or a young man, and I don't know.
He's got an old soul,
and he picks. He's one of those people. I mean, this is maybe a sort of dub plate centric attitude towards a singer, but if you ask him what rhythms he wants to voice on, he picks really cool foundation rhythms that you wouldn't expect. You wouldn't expect somebody his age to even know. Like I don't expect big people to know some of those rhythms.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, that's this weekend coming up. You wanted to touch briefly on this weekend past, so I think that we should, especially given that Brimstone came down here and represented
for the six.
But they came down here to Roots Reggae Radio and represented on air as well. So I want to big them up for coming down. I want to big them up for taking the battlefield. I want to big them up for getting some cool songs. But I want to whoop their collective bums for not fulfilling their potential. They have such good songs, and I
think that it was a decent clash.
That's true.
But they over prepared and wanted to show a different side of Brimstone. You know, big up the fans that showed up. You know, big up Turbulence, Car Clash family. It was
Everybody
super
showed up
fresh.
for
The
them.
whole of them.
Everybody
you know,
showed up for Brimstone, and
and
or Yared. Yared had their
Yeah.
fans there too. You know what was interesting? Yared had more diehards than Brimstone did. Like Brimstone had the general support of the public, but in terms of those people that come to a clash and just put their hands up for you automatically,
yeah,
you know, they
Yeah,
had more of those than Brimstone did, and that's kind of scary.
I don't think so. You know, I think is no. I think the dance after the first round, the dance kind of swayed towards Yared. So the Canadian fans, them, we're loyal to music, I think,
Right.
and the better sound play better. So the better sound won the dance.
Right.
You know, because I've seen a lot of overseas sound come and beat the hell out of Canadian sound them. And that won't happen October 14th. I promise you that.
I sure hope not. So King Shine, who
You know?
you are clashing, was actually the host
Yes, he
on,
did.
on
He hosted
Sunday.
that, yeah.
And I'm gonna say he did a very good job.
He did.
He did. It was a hard job that he did, and we were a very irritating audience.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. It was like a lackluster audience. Almost.
I think
like, yeah.
when you go to a dance must start at 1, and by the time you reach round 4, it should be at 10 or even higher than 10. Because
Yeah.
you know everything is 1 to 10, but you know we like go above and beyond.
Right.
So for me, I thought that Brimstone start over the dance every round that them play.
Yeah.
While Yared was just going from 1, then go 4, then they go 8, and then go 10.
Yeah.
And just lock them off.
And they played songs that everybody knew.
Right. And that
Brimstone was playing different songs, and that's part of their that's
Uniqueness.
part of who they are. But
Yeah.
it from when it didn't work at the beginning, it's like change up
Right.
your strategy a
I
little
think
bit.
they changed their strategy.
Do you?
Yes, but at the same time, I tell you, Brimstone is like the European sound. Them. They voice irregular songs, so it make it harder for the MC to connect to the people them to bring forth the song. And I found that was very hard for Fabi to do.
Oh, hugely difficult.
Yeah.
And
So
I think all of the Americans that didn't appreciate Fabi because the internet is full of them. I mean,
yeah. Well, you're always gonna have haters, you know what I mean?
They should just go away because Fabi's got a vibe. So I want to read you a string of comments that I thought was very telling, like from one person who I respect, and I'm not going to say who they are. Brimstone is losing me. I'm not going to lie. I don't know a lot of the music. They playing songs I never heard. It's like the radio music of dubs. Lyrical content is nice though, but you have to be like that. That wasn't enough. Like that, I think you have to have that and some more oomph. And there was an oomph factor that wasn't there.
And next little thing, sometimes when you're clashing and it's not working for you, and the next one beat you, and the MC connect with the people, it can get into your head. And I also believe that was kind of a little mind game where Chico used over Fabi, and it just wasn't working. Sometimes you have a half day in the office, but you make the best of it. I'ma feel like say them try, and I have to tip my hat to them because they don't really clash. I think that's maybe the 3rd time or 4th time I've actually seen Brimstone in a clash. Because I did Rumble. Let me tell you, no. I did Fully Loaded. They were in it. That was probably 2014. Then they were in Rumble. And I think Better Than and this one. So they're not really out there warring. Maybe they want a little bit more, because you need to be out there to be able to connect with the people that I met the people that know say, yo, Brimstone a bad sound. And if you're not clashing that often, those things will reach you. You know, you have to work twice as hard. So yeah, I mean, them do them thing. We not beat them, but them do them thing, and they need to go back to the drawing board. And sometimes going back to the drawing board means you have to voice some top 40 song where everybody know and can connect to, and then you drop your one and two irregular song them in at the clash, and people will maybe say, oh, and it can turn into an anthem or something, you know.
Right, right. I think that you also like you sort of come to a conclusion when you choose to voice something.
Yeah,
and you voice it, and you hope it works, and sometimes you really think it's going to work, and sometimes it seems like it would work, like the like the Drift custom.
Yeah,
right. Like that was a unique version of an already hyped song, and
right,
and it didn't work, and it was like
I think at that stage of the clash, anything they did wasn't gonna work for them because people don't have the attention span like before, where most people are only good for 1.5 million. After that, they want something different. They want you tingle them brain with something different because.
But they were playing like deep songs, that belly songs, and B-side / radio music dub songs, and then they play something like that Drift song, and they still don't get that. I mean, you're right. They were going to get a negative reaction whatever they played, but that's where it gets into your head, because if nothing's working,
right,
nothing is working.
Yeah, it make it hard.
But anyway, though, I think that Brimstone is, if it had been if they had played the songs in a different order and they'd had a slightly different degree of energy, that would have been a very different clash.
I found that they played better at Road to Badadan than
Way
they
better.
did
Way better.
this clash.
And Fabi, I think, did like probably the best job of all the MCs at Road to Badadan in terms of repping his sound and being clear and entertaining and funny and engaging.
Yeah.
You know, so
you have an off day in
exactly.
the office,
There's
man,
bad
and
nights.
that's it. You just can't recover. And
it just so happened that it was a pain in the where, that it was cold and rainy and
yeah.
Whatever. It was cold and rainy. It was fun under the tents.
I enjoyed the dance still, you know.
It was a good dance.
Yeah.
Big up to the promoter. There's all kinds of good dances coming up in Toronto. And there's some good jugglings coming up in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to be talking to some of the people.
Comtrax versus Killer Assassin, I believe, is next week.
I believe they will be coming down here.
Yeah.
I believe they will be coming down here. I wasn't going to announce that just yet, but you called
I
their
just
names.
say the clash was next week.
Yes, they will be they will be down here
Yeah.
beforehand, and I've actually been talking to a lot of the people who are in flyers that I see popping up, and they want to come on the radio and do guest appearances, and so I think we've got some pretty fun things to look forward to over the fall, because wow, there's good clashes like every weekend for the next foreseeable future. This weekend in Antigua, Exorcist and Stereo 5. That's a good music clash.
Yeah.
And one that will probably have a decent stream on Facebook. I like the clashes that happen there. There's always somebody going live. And I'm looking forward to that. Big up to both Warlord and Speedy. They're good curators of music, both of them.
I like Clash. I'm not gonna lie. I like it.
Yeah, it's funny because I wanted to talk about live music, and we talked about that for 4 minutes, but Clash is like 15 minutes, goes by like anyway. So yes, that's why this corner of the show is called Dub Wars, and it has its own logo because it takes on its own entity, because both Squidly and I and Culture get completely distracted. Could we maybe hear some dubs? I'm gonna try and connect with Lucci, but any chance on like a little specialist? Is that even possible?
He's over
Play for
there.
the ladies.
Looks like
Any chance on a sprinkling?
She said
of
she wants a
dubs?
little sprinkling of dubs. You know, the sprinkle some the round before.
It's like seasoning,
Yeah.
like fine seasoning. Yeah.
You know what I really like? I like that the Sixers open back. Within the last year, there's so much artists that have been able to travel the world, and Canada's getting a full dosage of them. We've had Massacre, Jashi, DeMarco. Like some of these shows, it's just like the artists them just show up. You don't even realize that they're there, and they just run in, and they have private parties, and you have artists just come and perform. They don't tell you that these artists are gonna be there. You just walk up And yo, I love how the six open back up. You have outside party again. Yo, I love it, man.
It's a blessing. I was saying that last weekend. But yes, speaking of fun parties, I want to pick up the proprietor of this establishment, Roots Reggae Radio, on his Earth Strong, and tomorrow is the party. It looks like it's going to be such a lovely Earth Strong celebration, and there's going to be food and music, and they're starting from 11 o'clock in the morning, and it's in the backyard here.
Yes, right here.
Roots Reggae Radio. Now that you've seen it, isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
It's such vibes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine with music in the backyard? Like even better. And
you remember days of Blacko? That's what's gonna be happening yet.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna play music, and I'm sure Sir B and lots of other fine residents, selectors are going to be here, and it's just going to be a vibes. And of course, such a happy born day to Mr. Ayistic, whose birthday it is. I'm so glad he was born. The world is better for your presence, my friend.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Specialist, team, I'll forget you. That box the killer. How far the digital? Without further ado, you don't know no more. Yo, big up all the Ajax, yeah. Big up all the Canada Massive. Toronto. And I leave out one of the places they don't know. Yeah, man. Oh, na na na. Oh, na na na. Oh, na na na. Oh, na na na. For the whole sound, know it's right from the sound, know it's truth, y'all. Good Lord, it's you advance the climax trouble from all shame and the misery. Yes, you have lifted us up, whoa, and you putting us higher from all embarrassment, no disrespect from the street, 'cause we are born again. Like a old machine that's to rise the bus it and you and your friends.
Climax sound at the best. What me sing? Them can't test the climax sound specialists. Play them juniors quickly, kill them clown. Keep the vibe and used to the air ground. And they could never ever take your crown. Climax said, who can bless? I said, no one curse. Things getting better when they thought it would be worse. Here comes the Africans, they're asking for a search. I climax at the champion sound. We not beg no friend. Climax sound, it's solid as a rock. You murder the jump and sound. Climax no beg no friend. People will say me say that. Just can't stop you now. Them I wonder how you do this and grow it great and go. Future prophets, but as well as second longer. Heart it a twist. The spread the propaganda, yo, climax, bun jump and them a panda. How we so slick them grew it great and longer. Future prophets, but as well as again. Longer climax, so. No abomination. We no business how this of every nation. This you got to do the sound okay like climax sound box you burn up them.
Climax a real killer sound. For due to climax selection. Due to climax selection. Make sound gone in a different direction. Due to climax selection, whoa, whoa. Climax selection, make sound gone in a different direction. Them can't play up on the set, them can't play downtown. If the slipper slide, the sound must fall on the ground. Due to climax selection, yeah, oh. Climax selection, make sound gone in a different direction. Back in the world, in the world, back in the world, in the world. Climax the real deal, killing all the sound to know.
climax, yeah. In the midst of this sound clash, sound wide, who no come along to test climax? Well, Lord, yeah. We would have no pity on your DB jump and sound wide, oh, hi. Climax ready and willing to murder you, oh, Lord. And we never forgive you for all the splice that plate you play. Pack up your sound in that whole truck and leave right away. Climax got so much dough to murder you.
The real deal.
We got so much dough.
Show big respect for selectors, Squidly, Specialist, Bugsy Killer, Father Digital, and Gary. Well, get ready, Big Mountain, Climax, the real deal. Ooh, Sample, you're dead today. Go away, yeah, yeah. Climax can put you in your grave. Now you're dead. Shadows grow so long before my eyes. Some boys dying, and we know why. Cause Climax, the real deal, will show no mercy. Ooh, strictly murder. And then some boy must get buried. Climax won't hold. Hands are dead, la-di-da. To kill a sound boy, Climax in his grave.
The real deal. All day we be working hard to make it meet. I'm back up, the victory sweet. Climax believe, Climax them can't stop we now. After all the things we've been through, can't stop we now. Climax lost some friends, meant no good. Can't stop me now. No, can't stop me now.
No, the real sound. Listen, Climax sound is rather than your sound. Climax sound just show us some boy down. If anyone should ask you who's the Climax, tell them my sound true. Forever killing old man sound for you. Climax you kill throughout the world. Woo 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 woo. Follow the dance of fans and people. Yeah. Let it be felt by every soul.
Climax sound wasn't very strong till you came along. The real deal sound is by our side. Now forever, that's where you belong. Climax sound wasn't very strong till you came along. The real deal sound is by our side. Now forever, that's where you belong. Climax sound, tell me, do you ever wonder how the dance get full of their vibes? Well, Climax, the real deal, put them there. Ooh, yeah. You opened up so many doors and killed holy sound from Jamaica and Toronto. You make us see the light
Climax sound just a bill of papers, and you worship and adore you. Climax sound, tell me, do you ever wonder how the dance the papers? Well, climax the reveal, put it there. Ooh, yeah. At glance, climax sound has forward on. Now our sound boys days are over. Climax the real deal, lock them up.
It's not that I don't love you. You know how much I do. And it's not that I found somebody to take the place of you. But it's just the feel within me. When you touch my hand, and the fear that shakes my body, and I don't understand, so I'm it's not that I don't love you. You know how much I do. And it's not that I found somebody to take the place of you. But it's just the feel within me. When you touch my hand, and the fear that shakes my body, and I don't understand, so I'm leaving. Oh, my mama, this time well waiting for. She's still loving me. Though I've caused her so much pain, I've done my share of wrong, time and time again. Ooh, she's still loving me, and I can't deny. Oh no. Since she's been in my life, everything's been going fine, and I proudly to the world, yeah, she's mine, one and only. I ain't going nowhere, I ain't gonna leave my lady. Oh no, she's mine, one and only. I ain't going nowhere, I ain't gonna leave my lady. I need a modern girl with a old fashioned kind of loving. Modern girl. I need a modern girl with a old fashioned kind of loving. To put me to bed at night and wake me up for morning. I need a girl with true loving. I need a girl with sweet romancing. I need a girl to hold me tight and squeeze me right. I need a girl to put me to bed at night and wake me up on morning. She is my modern girl. Modern girl. Modern girl.
I didn't see what I was supposed to see. Taking it easy when a friend told me I was in danger. So much danger. I'm hurting bad. I'm hurting. I didn't see what I was supposed to see. Taking it easy when a friend told me I was in danger. So much danger. Underestimating my woman, not taking her out. Working too hard and now she's grown up with a stranger. Someone I don't even know. I should have taken her out every once in a while. Dinner together on the fancy style. Show her a life that's all worthwhile. Now I guess I gotta walk an extra mile. I can beat myself. Oh yeah. I need it so. I can beat myself. Oh yeah. Oh brightly, let me tell you what you hard to know. Yeah, baby, yeah. Just roll right in, baby, baby. Let me tell you, yes, how much I love you. Yeah. Although you're a rebel and you come from the ghetto, I love you, baby. Yeah. Although you're a rebel and you come from the ghetto, I love you.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute old. I never thought true love would be making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely? Made from love. Isn't she? Aye, 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 aye. Oh, yeah. Tick ding ding da ding, why? Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute old. I never thought true love would be making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely? Made from love. Isn't she pretty? True love's the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy. We have been heaven blessed. I can believe what God's done. Choose, he has given life to one. Isn't she lovely? Made from love. I guess now it's time for me to give up. I think it's time. Got a picture of you beside me. Got your lipstick marks all on my photograph. Oh yeah. Ooh, baby. Got a fist of your emotion. Got a hand shine of dreams. Gotta leave it on the unknown. And whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. See, I want you back for good. And whenever I'm gone, just send me the song, I'll sing it. You'll be right up on the search. See, I want you back for good. I'm well. Baby, I can say, but I'm just a man. Check it out. What you want me to do, woman? Sit
little worry over you. No can do, no. What you want me to say, baby? That I'm going crazy. No way, no it's no bus, no maybe. I love you, you know I do. I love you, you know it's true. I love you, don't you understand? I love you, oh. What you want me to be, woman? Your little puppet on a string, instant kill. So you can swing and swing and swing. I'll be your man, I'll be the killer. But I won't be you rocking. Instant kill, simple soul. What was that? What you want me to do? Climax the real deal. Kill another drum pan for you. Yes, I'll do. Yes, I'll do. A lot of sounds are trying to test weight, but them sounded crazy. Crazy. No ifs, no buts, no maybe. Climax the real deal. Climax the real deal.
To divide and rule is their only plan, only plan. I ain't no food yet. Let them overcome. Climax on me again. In this jungle, city up so wide and so humble. And I've seen so many fall.
Roots Reggae Radio. Climax the real deal. We're here. We're not going nowhere. You understand? Rebel music, we say.
Rebel music on YouTube as well. It's kind of cool.
Oh, you mean?
There's this camera.
It's loud.
Yo, Roots Reggae Radio on YouTube. You can watch us. I'm gonna grow accustomed to this camera eventually in good time. So there's so much going on in Canada with Canadian music, and I just want to say I was at Jambana last Sunday. Big up, and of course, eternal blessings and thank you to Denise Jones and the Jones and Jones family, because Jambana is sort of like one of the main musical things in the Caribana weekend. So, but yeah, we were there last weekend, and the Canadians were more entertaining than the Jamaicans. I mean, big up the Fab Five and all that, but the Steel and Cairo and all them, way more energy. I mean, everybody, of course, 10,000 people in a park want to hear the Fab Five and festival songs, and Shaving Cream and this and that. And the Jamaican national anthem. I think I heard 5 different artists do the Jamaican national anthem. It was Jamaican Independence Day. It was perfect. It was beautiful. But big up my Canadian people. Steel and Cairo and Nana McLean and our Canadian music family, because they don't always get the big ups they should. And both Rastafest and Jambana this year are like Canada focused, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
We don't get the international hype that we need and that we should get. You know what I mean?
And there's good music being made in Canada and around this whole country, from the West Coast to the East Coast, and it's nice to see people getting the celebration that they deserve. One of whom, of course, is Exco, who's Exco Levi, whose song was a finalist in the Jamaica Festival Song Competition. That's huge.
Big up, Exco.
Big up to Exco.
Finished third,
That's huge, man. Like last year, I watched Magic Flute. Like nobody had heard of him before that, and then suddenly everybody knows who he is. Anyway, Exco is legendary. Like,
he's a big international artist,
already, but
his music is very big in the UK,
and
surprisingly.
Well,
you know
in Europe, I mean, his work with the Silly Walks production crew out of Germany, like that's some really good roots reggae music. I'm big hats off to Exco every time, and you're right, like it's a big deal, big achievement. So
big up.
I'm proud to say that the Human Rights Band and DJ Chocolate are taking the road again very soon, August 25th in Port Carling, Muskoka, at a venue called The Church. This is going to be the third time this summer that the Human Rights are playing in a converted church, and the
Watch it, you know.
the acoustics in these places, Squidly.
Phenomenal.
The
You don't
wood
have to tell me.
floors, the vaulted ceilings, the windows being narrow, and like
I tell you a secret.
What's
I
that?
went into a church and I was the DJ and I was doing sound check and I turned on some provocative music in the church.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
You were.
I was
condemned
DJing my
for
uncle's
sure.
wedding and he's a Christian, you know. And
Mm.
I'm telling you, by the time the music started, he was there and he's like, "Yeah, where I do? This is the Lord's house." So it was just a sound check, you know what I mean? I at that time, you know, you're young and you're just reckless and wild. They call me the unruly one. Yeah, you know?
Unruly and sacrilegious are sort of
Yeah.
kind of synonyms.
You know,
right?
yes, exactly. So, you know, you have a different outlook. You know, the older you grow, the more mature you grow. You know what I mean? So,
I have to big up my cousin who got married in England in July, because in terms of wedding music, like he married this Russian, like a Brazilian Jewish guy married a Russian reggae DJ. And so there was Brazilian music and reggae, like intermingled all night long. And the DJ was not the greatest DJ, but like the music that he was playing was so good. It kind of didn't matter that he couldn't string it together for love nor money. That like, but it was such good core music, and he kept
Yeah.
going back and forth, and it was sort of weird. But I knew all of
sometimes
them.
it's hard to do something like that, you know, two
But
different cultures.
Brazilian music and reggae music are related in vibe.
Yeah.
They're related in vibe, and the swing of the samba is not completely dissimilar from a one drop. And
True.
I have been told by more than one drummer that they were told that they had to learn bossa nova in studying drums, because it is one of the most foundational and famous of the musics that have the swing that y'all call a skank. You know what I mean? Like that
Like a one
uh,
drop rubber dub
exactly.
vibe, yeah.
So I mean, to me, it made perfect sense musically, even though my people were like, "This DJ sucks," and I was like, "No, the Brazilian music's really good. You just need to know songs like Mais Que Nada, as well as
Yeah.
you know, Dippy Dippy
You
DJ."
lost me
which-
right there still, but one.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna come and play Brazilian music at you next week, and Brazilian reggae music is so good, Squidly. Okay, we were talking about Canadian reggae music, and I went
You know,
way
you ha-
off topic.
You have to big up
Sorry.
ISIS as well, you know. He's getting some big shows in the six. You know, he did Seductive, I think it was last weekend.
Mm.
And I'm telling you, man, he's got that vibe and that energy where I think he needs to go to Jamaica and spend like a 6 months to a year.
And get schooled by
And not even school, because he has that Canadian yard flavor.
Mm.
So it's a different energy. And I think that with that, he come back here. He would have done the six. Right now, he's done in the six right now, you know?
Well, big ups to him. Big ups to
Yeah.
him. And big ups to you for knowing the runnings of the dancehall community that I am not as familiar with. And
He has some bad songs out on the road
Yo,
right now,
Isis
you
is
know?
a nice, intelligent brethren.
Yeah,
And if he, you know, he writes bad
Very
songs very well.
Yeah.
Very well. I mean, the whole idea is to be simple and bad with that kind of music, and for it to sound good. And he's really good at all those three things.
Yeah.
So we will be featuring Canadian artists in the weeks to come. Masani is going to send a couple of the Canadian artists from Rastafest next week. And yeah, I think it's going to be an action-packed next few weeks, definitely.
Yeah.
There are festivals
We just get it.
every
We just get
weekend.
it started. You know what I mean? We have to chip away at the thing.
Yes, we do.
We
And-
took a good little pause, and we have to build back up
But
the listeners.
if we're
them
going to
and,
jump back
you
in
know?
at any time of year, at least it's this time of
Yeah.
year, because as well
Yeah.
as the sound clashes that are going on next week, there's Rastafest, and as well as Jamaica Day on August 27th. There's
Yeah.
there's Mega's thing. There's barbecues. Everybody's trying to get their barbecues in.
You
while
gotta
they can.
get the outdoor.
And it's great. I think there are several outdoor wars planned for the month of September, and it's a good vibe. Yay Toronto.
Yeah.
And yay Muskoka.
We've been
because-
locked up for too long, man.
For
You know?
real, for real.
It's
I got to
COVID
pick up
thing.
my friend Jay Cleary though, because Jay Cleary is one of those live music and DJ people, and he always tells me about things that are going on and involves me in cool stuff. So Jay Cleary got to do Groovin' in the Park as part of the Toronto Jazz Festival, and Groovin' in the Park and his party there had 20,000 people
Yeah.
at it. So
That's
big up
wicked.
Jay,
Yeah, yeah.
and the his reggae band is the Reggae Addiction Band. And I'm playing with them at the basement, 254 Lansdowne. Remember that place for my birthday party? Does that not have the sweetest sound system downtown?
Yeah.
It really, like, there is no bar that sounds better. Even though it's little and it's a basement,
Yeah.
it's got a vibe.
It is. It's a
And
nice,
it
nice
is a
little
really
intimate
big system.
Yeah.
Like the system is way too big for the space, but it's tuned so nicely you would never know. And Squidly to hear it with a live band is, especially a live band with a good engineer, which they have.
Yeah,
It's a joy. It's a joy. So big up Reggae Addiction. Some of the same players as the Human Rights are in Reggae Addiction. Dave
Oh,
Jackson.
okay.
Yeah, like it's good vibes. Very good vibes. So August 26th there at the basement. Big up Vass and Alex. And
Yeah, I have to come
Hello,
come
and
take
welcome
them
to the
in.
Medford
they're
Rehab
an excellent
Healthy
band.
Minute.
Okay, I
I'm
think that
Joanne
means we've
James,
talked
medical
too long.
exercise specialist.
And
You know that
the
men
9
are
o'clock
at a
show is
higher
starting,
risk
but
for
thank
coronary
you
artery
for coming,
disease.
Squids.
Bless up.
Coronary artery
Um,
disease
See you
is
next
a common
week.
cause of heart attacks and is also the most common type of heart disease. It happens when the arteries that supply the heart narrow, which is a result of a buildup of plaque and cholesterol on the artery walls. Exercise can reduce your risk for coronary artery disease. A study of 44,000 men found that moderate exercise can shield against heart disease. When compared with men who got little or no exercise, those who walked briskly 30 minutes a day were about 20% less likely to develop heart disease. If you'd like to reduce your risk for coronary artery disease, start exercising today. I'm Joanne James, and this has been your Healthy Minute.
And I tell this for my ladies. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, yeah. I like to see you on the floor. I like it when you whisper, tell me say you want more. I like it when you're on your knees, deal with the road boy hardcore, and I tell me say you never done this before. Baby, I'm here to make sure that you're satisfied. You're real love like you want me modified. Baby, I like it when you lead, that's why me no bother speed. Me prefer late 3-4 times. So baby girl, I see you there. You're gonna reach first.